allegiance. Let's all stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic on which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's switch over to my agenda now. Okay, next thing is community and staff comments. Do you have any community or staff would like to speak about things on the agenda? Cool. Hearing none, we'll move on to recognition. Dr. Tony.
Yes. President Holland, members of the board, and members of the audience, I'm happy to recognize individuals this evening who are part of the success in our school district. As you are aware, we recognize employees throughout the school year, and this month it has been designated Occupational Therapist Month of recognition, and our two therapists that do an outstanding job are Jennifer Lewis and Annette Almaty. We want to thank them for their great work and their contributions to the success of our program and the success of our students. We also are going to be celebrating and recognizing our administrative secretaries and our administrative professionals next week. And I'd like to take a moment to thank them for the great work they do, providing the support and customer service that is absolutely critical to the success of our individual schools and the central office. I'd like to read their names this evening. We have Beth Veltri, Christy Candler, Kim Strasberg, Karen Bennett, Lovey Fisher, Michaela Kaling, Liz Coombs, Emily Backus, Amy Swanson, Danielle Kinney, Lacey Daw. We have also Megan Depping and Erica Coleman, very key people in serving our constituents throughout each and every day during the school year. Among our classified non-representative administrative professionals who are also great contributors to the success of our school district, the following are Bonnie Christian, Jill Garcia, Colleen Flanagan, and Katrina Mang. Together, I hope that you will offer your support and your celebration whenever you can, and to thank them for their great work. Thank you, President Holland.
Thank you. Is that one of the Backus girls, Jackie Backus' daughter?
Bonnie, do you know that?
I believe daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, okay. Well, I know the son.
Yeah.
Dated my Mary. All right. Next thing we got reports. The first, this report by, it will be Marcy Bannon. Any questions or comments about the financial report? Marcy.
Good evening, everyone. Do you have any questions for me tonight?
I do not. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, everybody.
An outstanding job of teaching me. I very rarely have questions anymore, so I'm grateful for that.
And your report is always so thorough, no questions.
Yep.
That is my goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one will be Laharger or Chris Willis.
Yes. So we have three different things going on. So the first thing is that we are not having a regular Lahar drill this year. However, it was recommended by the police department to possibly do one with staff only on a Friday. And for those staff who've never done a Lahar drill before, and maybe do it on a sunny day. So that's one idea. So we're not going to be having a Lahar drill this year with our students. However, one of the recommendations was to have one with staff only during the year. The second piece is that there is a possibility, though I don't think it's going to happen because I just talked to Zane this week, that there was going to be a tabletop drill this year. However, that's not going to happen, and we're looking at a future for a tabletop drill for the Lahar. The last thing is I was in regards to the whole, like the 3-district area, making sure that all of us are coordinated. We're looking at training being provided by FEMA in the fall, and I'm working with Chief Zane regarding that. And so he's going to let us know more about what that training looks like, but that's being provided by FEMA back east. But he's going to let me know a little bit more about that. So those are the 3 things right now. Like I said, we're not going to be having a Lahar drill this year. However, we may have call it a hybrid, with staff who haven't participated in the past so that they actually know what the process is. So that's what I have for right now. Any questions?
I do real quick. When you mentioned the districts working together with FEMA, would that be Sumner, Puyallup, and Ording?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
And then when will it be decided when you're going to do the staff, or if you're going to do the staff? I wasn't clear if it's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do that this year. And so I just have to work that out with Officer Boone, and we'll come up with a plan for that. The big thing is that we want to make sure that we want to be sure that we have, number one, clear with the police department. Number 2, you remember we have to work with the sheriff department, the police department, the fire department. It's going to be a much scaled down approach to doing it with the staff. The second thing is that the old soldiers home isn't open for anyone to go through there, because that's the end point. So like I said, it'll be a modified one this year, probably towards the end of May or early June.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Any other questions for Chris? Hearing none, we're gonna move over to a long-range plan of technology. We know Steve Rav is out recovering. So do we have any questions that they can bring back to Steve, or you guys any questions that maybe Tony and Lynn can answer?
And I'm
Yeah,
available if you have questions for me.
Oh, Steve, okay, you're still there. Oh, okay.
It's Matt.
Oh,
Hey,
Matt.
Matt.
Oh, there you go. Matt's there. There you go.
And
Any
I'm here
questions for Matt?
also.
And Tina's here too.
All right, Tina.
Thanks, you guys. I did have one question. It's not an urgent, doesn't need to be answered now, but in looking on page 4, there's a table of future Chromebook needs. And I noticed 2024 is not listed. And I'm just curious if that, like, are we not buying Chromebooks in 2024? It went like
So that is-
2022.
So that's
Go
the
ahead.
expiration date that's given to us by Google, and there wasn't none of the Chromebooks expired during that year.
Okay, great. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Any other questions for Matt and Tina? Hearing none, we can move right along. We'll move on to the consent agenda, items 1 through 10. This is an action item. Any questions on any of the items 1 through 10 on the consent agenda? Hearing none, I entertain a motion.
I will motion to approve items 1 through 10 on the consent agenda.
Can we get a second?
it.
Maybe first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next thing on the agenda is the action item will be resolution 5-2020-2021, emergency waiver for high school graduation credits. It's also a Steve deal. Any questions? Anybody that's standing in for Steve today? Hearing none, I'd like to hear a motion to approve. It's an action item.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We've already done consent agenda, I
Yeah,
believe.
we're in the action item 1. Resolution 5-2020-2021.
I will make a motion to approve resolution number 5.2020-21, emergency waiver of high school graduation credits.
I'll second it.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passed. Thank you. Next one is also a Steve thing. Any questions on that one? Hearing none, can we get a resolution to pass? Motion, sorry.
I guess I'm going to be the
long one,
motion
huh?
person tonight. I will make a motion to approve the interscholastic activities program.
I'll second it.
The first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. This next resolution is Resolution 6-2020-2021 and WIAA membership. Bonnie, where's my Bonnie?
I am here. This is something we do every year, so it's pretty standard for those of you who have been here every year. So we just need a pass on the resolution, and we also need a vote on a representative of the district. I believe Kerry was serving in that role this past year.
I make a motion to appoint Kerry Thibodeaux.
Second, as long as she wants it.
I'm happy to do it. Of course, Marty, I noticed you're retiring, so this could be a bigger job now.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
All right, the first and second to make Ms. Thibodeaux our representative. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you, Kerry, for volunteering.
Of course.
All right. The next one is on the Lynn. Lynn, is she here?
Hey, Stanley, did we have to make a motion and vote on the WIA membership as well, or just the board representative for it?
I think you're right, George. I was just looking
Yeah.
at it as well.
Yeah, I think we do.
I'll move to approve resolution number 6/2021 Washington Interscholastic Activities Association membership.
I'll second it.
First and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Now the next one is Lynn.
Thank you. This again is just a routine matter, something that the board does every year so that we can issue contracts for our employees. Are there any questions regarding the renewal?
Nope.
Then we'd ask that you authorize us to issue contracts to our staff.
Can I get a motion? Or questions first? Any questions? No?
No.
Now we need a motion.
I'll move to approve the offer of 2021-2022 school year contracts to all administrators and certificated personnel covered by the continuing employment contract law with the following expectations: those who have retired, those who have resigned, those who have been granted a general leave of absence, and those who are notified of reassignment or non-renewal by May 15th, 2021.
Can we get a second?
Second it.
The first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Welcome, George.
Thank you.
See now. Do we have any student representatives in here to make comments or let us know what's going on?
Hello.
Hello.
Haley.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
It's so great to see all of your faces. I don't really have any concerns or anything so far, but I really appreciate you guys asking. Really excited for everything going on at the high school. We're getting ready for homecoming, but other than that, I don't think I really have anything else to mention.
Haley, I'd love to see your face. Your camera's off, but in lieu of that, I would really love to know what your homecoming is going to look like this year. Do you guys? What's your plan?
I guess I can show my face for you guys. Hey! Alrighty, guys. So for homecoming, I'm super excited. It sounds like right now we're getting like more of like our homecoming spirit days ready. We're kind of doing I think it was the Land of Enchantment and Wonders is our like theme. It's something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And pretty much what we're getting set up right now is all of our spirit weeks, which will be next week. And then on top of that, we're going to be doing our hallway competition, which I'm really excited for because it's like one of the best parts of the year. So I'm glad that we're still going to be able to do that and hold that tradition. So that's pretty much what we got going right now.
Well, thanks for sharing that detail. It's
of course,
not having kids in the high school. I kind of miss all that fun stuff you guys get to do. So thanks for sharing that with us. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'm so glad to be back. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Haley.
All right, next thing, board comments would be coming up, election, George and me, coming up on the May 17th, the filing open for those two positions. Hey, another question on the next one. Have everybody filled out the F1 was due today?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Thanks to Bonnie's reminders.
I done mine online yesterday. Thank you, Bonnie.
Taskmaster.
There you go. Any other comment?
I think we skipped a section there, though. We need to go back one to George.
Yeah.
Yes, I get to comment, Stanley.
All right, George, great.
So I just want to formally announce that with my family moving out of the district, I will be resigning the board as of April 30th. I wanted to take a minute on the call to really thank a lot of different groups of people. Obviously, the staff. It's been a challenging year, but you guys have provided a lot of great support. And I think the world of our staff that educates our children daily. You know, I hope everybody continues to slide out of this COVID nightmare and gets back to doing the teaching and the educating that you really signed on for. I really appreciate everything that you've done. I want to let the community know I've been honored to serve them, and I know I ran unopposed, so it's not like you have a lot of other choices. But I've received a lot of great feedback and had a lot of opportunities to talk to community members, and it was always very positive, and I really, really appreciated that. I was warned I might get yelled at in grocery stores before I joined, but that never happened. But I am hard of hearing, so maybe I just missed it. I do want to thank the students of the district and for putting up with everything we've had to put up for. For those students that are on tonight, I have no idea why on a gorgeous Thursday evening you're on a school board meeting, but thank you. I want to thank the board for putting up with me because I know I can be a little bit annoying at times. And I really want to thank Tony for putting up with me because I know I annoy him at times. It was really an honor to serve the board, and it is something I'm going to miss. For my fellow board members, I dropped by a little gift for each of you. Bonnie has it, so you'll need to swing down and pick it up. I got myself one too, so I could fit in, but it's just a little wind spinner thing that has cardinals on it and is cardinal red. And so I wanted to make sure that we remembered our time together, and I really did appreciate it. And to quote one of the staff that I think the world of, Cliff Freeze, go Cards!
Thank you, George, for thinking of us. Thank you.
Well, George, I just want to say on the behalf of the board, of me and myself, I enjoyed your tenureship on the board because you kept us on our toes. I just want to say thank you. You will be missed. But it's true. You're true. You made us think about things that, you made us get that, like, it's an idea. So we will be missed. Enjoy Texas. It's hot. So you have a great time in Texas. And Ording will always, always welcome you with open arms.
And George, I want to let you know that while you kept us on our toes, sometimes you caught me flat-footed, and you let me recover. And so it was great working with you and getting to know you. I look forward to seeing you upon returning back to the area.
Did you drop out, George, and have to come back in?
Well, I went to mute myself, but let us just say I clicked one to the right.
Well,
That's our George.
I just want to say that I really enjoyed working with you, George, in this endeavor. You, and I've told you this before, but you've taught me an awful lot about this role and kind of how to look at things. You've taught me so many different things, how to think a little bit differently, a little less emotionally, if you will. And I just have to say I appreciate that 1,000%. And I will very much miss your way of thinking and approaching things. It's enlightening to me. So thank you. And I will miss you and your family. But man, that house looks like it's going to be something pretty awesome.
It'll be a while still, but
and George,
if there is community on, somebody needs to step up and fill the last few months, and also, apply to run for the position. I think in May is when they have to file, right?
Yes.
May 17th is when it opens up.
And George, I will miss riding with you in your car and having you run over cones.
They shouldn't put cones where I need to go, Kathy.
I know, and I will always offer to get out and write them for you.
But on the positive side, I only drug the cone for 1.5 miles before it fell off.
You might have to be a little more careful in Texas. Those could be cattle.
Right? Yeah. George, just a thank you for your leadership and the impact that you've had with our district. And like what Melissa said, you challenged us to think differently, and you were very comfortable offering a contrary opinion, and I admired that and respected it. And I wish you and Heather and the kids the very best in Texas.
Thank you very much.
Well, George, we're going to miss you. Any other comments for the board?
Melissa, are we gonna?
Yeah, we definitely can. Real quick before we do that, I would like to say I know that Mr. Parkhurst is going to be retiring at the end of the year, and I personally, he's been just a figurehead at the high school while all my kids were there. So I will miss you, but I wish you all the best. And I know this isn't goodbye. You still have some time left, but just seeing your name up there kind of hit me in the feels a little bit, as my daughter would say. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and say thank you and all the best. But and one of the things that Kathy and I know we have a meeting coming up next week to discuss some things with our growth and what have you. And some of the things that Kathy and I talk about when we have our weekly meetings is kind of, we as a board, we'd really like to kind of just throw out some think about it's. What are we hoping for the district as we see this growth? Kind of be thinking about these things so that when we get together and get to have a real conversation, that we have kind of a jumping off place to go. We know that there's a lot going on and so much that they're working through, and we're getting committees started and all that. But as the board and whoever's going to replace George, I know that he kind of just threw out there if there's any community members on, but we're going to be a group of 5 that have to listen to the community and what does our community want for our district. So kind of be thinking about what is your vision? What do you hope for Ording School District? And how are we going to work together to kind of see that those things come to fruition? Did I cover that, Kathy?
Yeah, I was just going to add, we've spent a lot of time talking about our vision and our mission, and there was a lot of work put into that. But we also need to think of our vision and our mission for the physical aspects of our district, especially with all the changes going on around us and all the growth. And all the candidates that we heard from for the superintendent job, they all mentioned our vision and mission statement. They also mentioned that we needed to be looking at the changes for our physical long-term plan. And so we just wanted to end the meeting with these questions so that we would be spending some time thinking about, each of us, what we think about that, what we feel about it, because we have a lot of work to do. I really want to thank Tony and Lynn for all the work that they have done getting us prepared to work on this. I knew that we had issues. There were way more than I realized. And thank you for Tony and Lynn for doing all that work of getting us prepared to move forward. And because that was vital. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Well, the discussion on the vision of the future of the Orting School District will continue next week. And I think that we're going to have some great conversations and opportunities to ask questions among some key experts who will be supporting the board in its examination of the future of the Orting School District and its facilities.
And thank you for getting that group together, because it's vital that we have that information. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mark, go ahead. Hey, Mark, I just want to thank you. You welcome our family when we came here way back when. And our kids grew up together. So thank you for your service. You will be missed. Any other questions or comments? If we're hearing none, we'd like to join the meeting at 6:27. You guys go enjoy the sun. You have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Bye, Haley. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.